Good morning, good afternoon, bonjour, bonsoir, ni hao, oi, hola, from wherever you are tuning into today. I just want to say welcome back to my channel, and if it's your first time stopping here, you are also welcome. Today we are really going to be talking about ways or processes of relocating to Canada. A lot of people, when they are thinking about relocating, they might be thinking, should I relocate to Europe? Should I relocate to US? And maybe sometime they might just have, they might just feel that Canada might be the best option for them. But sometimes you might not have the right information, or you don't know how to go about it or how to begin. So if you are this kind of person that you really want to relocate to Canada, it's possible, and I'm just here to take you through the things you want to do. And me, basically, when I'm really talking about on some certain things, I've always want you to know the pros and the cons, like, you know, advantage, disadvantage, what you want to do. In other words, when you have the information, you'll be able to plan yourself very well. So there are many ways of trying to relocate to Canada, the things you are going to do. The number one way is through IELTS. That is the first method. But you have to ask yourself, this exam, is it suitable for me? Because most times this exam, there's a lot of people that have written it, and it takes so much time. Sometimes it takes like 2 years, 1 year before the result comes out. And sometimes when it comes, if you don't meet up to the requirements, you might not be taken. So it's for you to ask yourself if you will really be fit into that category. And when it comes to this exam, it has, most of the time, it has age barriers, because most time when Canadians are calling for coming, they look at, the most things they look at it is they look at age. Most time, the people that are between 18 years to 25, highest 29, stand a better chance. But once you are from 30 to 35, sometimes you don't stand a better chance, because when it comes to this exam, the higher you get in age, the lower your score points is. But the lower your age, you stand more high points. That is how it works. But there is always a way out to go around. When you are writing these exams, there is always a way out, because some people, they feel, because I speak English, if you speak English, you think because you have the basis, so you don't need to read. But in anything you are doing, you have to be serious. Try to get previous questions, practice it very well, get yourself prepared. If you get yourself prepared, even if you are from 30 years and above, but you are able to get up to 500 or up to 600 cutoff point, you might stay a better chance. And the number two thing again, try to learn English and French. When you have these two languages again, you might stand a better chance, even despite your age barrier or age challenges. And during the exam, there are always oral, written, and listening. And most of the time, the listening takes the highest marks based on the guidelines. So you have to put this into consideration. And if is IELTS that is the method you want to use, these are the things you have to put into consideration and practice very well to get through. Then the second one is through provincial nominee. That is PNP, PNP program. So that one, there are challenges because the challenges there is good, is easy, but the challenges there is the money. Do you have the money to apply for it? Because sometimes it's very expensive. You have to plan. Sometimes it depends on the provinces, but it depends. Sometimes without the residency, you might pay up to, like in total with the residency, you should be, with your family, with your spouse, you should be able to get up to, like, plan yourself up to like $5,000 Canadian dollars to be able to pay for all those, to pay for the program. So it's not free, but if you have money, you can go for it. And another challenge when it has to come to province nominee is when a visa is given to you, you will have to stay in that province. Do not just think, oh, it's just a first step. Let me just try to get this, get into this program, get into this visa first. When I get there, I will change. No, because sometimes when you get there and you cannot stay in the province, then maybe you change. Sometimes this type of visa can be disqualified. You can be disqualified. So you have to check which province, where are you going to, how is the weather, because in most of the provinces, sometimes the weather is very harsh, very harsh. It's snow. So if you cannot tolerate, then I would think a province might not be a better option for you. And then the other one is FSWP. That one is what is mean is Federal Skilled Workers Programs. That one, that is, you must have gotten a job first, which that is less cheaper, because I feel you have already gotten a job first, and then immediately you get in, you can settle in quickly and just have something to do. So I think that will also be an option. But in regard of all these mentioned above, irrespective of age or not age, your best option will be student trying to get there to do masters, to study. Like in every country, the easiest way and the fastest way to always get to a country is always through student visa. If you're ready and if you are willing to study, I would say study is your best bet. It's a starting point for you. But do you have the funds? Do you have the resources to go into study? And if you're going into study, you have to start looking, okay, what are the certain amounts do I have? You have to make your research and maybe try to look for school. Like mostly school in Winnipeg, they are always cheaper, you know. So those are the area you might try to look around for if you don't have so much money to invest into study. And you might also decide to go in and do a PhD research. In other words, that you can always get a scholarship, like a scholarship to study. And in this PhD, when you are being given the admission, you can travel with your family and with your spouse. And in some cases, like even your spouse, they will be given a working permit. So tell me, have you applied? Have you tried? Have you tried writing this exam? After some years, how was the response? Did you get through it? Did it really work for you? What were the things you do right or you do wrong, or which method are you trying to go into now? And when next, I'll be trying to introduce some other places you can get your information about New Zealand, Australia, wherever, because Australia is a good place too. Wherever you want to relocate to, I will just be right here for you. If there is any information or anything that I didn't mention that you want to be cleared on, because we might not have the whole time to really explain in details, you could just send me a mail or write your comments there. Tell me really what you want to know, and I will just be here for you, and I'll be glad to give you the necessary information. If you really like what I'm doing and you know it's helpful, hit the notification button, subscribe, and as when next I will upload a video, you will be the first to know. So see you soon in my next video, and bye.